let's say you have modules or little pockets of information inside your DNA, right? Now, the higher that you vibrate, the more condensed your DNA, your waveform is. The lower that you vibrate, the more wide in range your waveform is. And so this is called cymatics, which is the biological response of the DNA in reaction to light and electromagnetic frequency. And so let's go back to the amino acids. You have 64 amino acids in the DNA. You only use 20, which means you have 44 potential codes of information that you've never unlocked. And so we're talking about human potential. You don't know how great of a human you can become because you've never experienced your full DNA unlock. And so now why is this important? In order to access them strands of information within the DNA, aka them 44 amino acids, you have to be vibrating high. Now, not only is the language that you comprise to and the conception subscribe to, in the perception of yourself, aka the third dimensional perspective of yourself that you subscribe to, keeping you in a low vibration, but your own emotions and your own perception of yourself is keeping you in a low vibration. So happiness, joy, and all the feelings of the higher self, okay, actually unlock DNA, because since the waveform is condensed, it's able to electromagnetically and cymatically strike more strands of genetic coding in the DNA and unlock these amino acids. But if the more negative about yourself that you think, okay, the less of your DNA you're able to unlock. And so we're talking about going in God mode. As the mind elevates and ascends, the body will follow. The body is only evolving and developing according to the understanding of the mind. And so once again, if you look in the mirror and you say, I'm ugly, that's low weight. Not only is that a low level of consciousness, not only are you saying that in the alpha beta state, aka the lowest frequency of vernacular expression, not only is your Adam's apple comprising your reality to compute your false illusional and delusional perception of yourself, but also with genetically, you locking yourself away from your full human potential because you're giving off low emotional waves within yourself cymatically. And so we are actually cursed, and there's been a spell casted upon humanity by occultic practitioners who just so misfortunately and mishappenly happen to be geniuses in the world of science, to where they can take magic and they can take science and combine it into one and put this giant spell on humanity. So much to the point where you can get somebody to look into the mirror and not like themselves because of the color of their skin or their physical features, but then you can get somebody to look at a goddamn dollar that doesn't have any value on it and they can feel better about themselves over something that actually has no value versus something that has universal value. Let me give you an example. Our skin has billions of year old stardust in it, has billions of year old material from the galaxy comprised in it. And you can look in the mirror as a black person and say, I don't like myself because I'm ugly, because I'm black. But then you can look at a dollar, which is not only made out of cotton, but has no value. And when you say that the dollar has no value, Nessa has no value. It's called fiat currency. But if you don't understand the science of fiat currency and, them taking the silver and the gold and the resources from behind the dollar,